Those guys, and now with Brad Marchand, they're all in the Tim Hortons commercial.
Yeah.
Why are you getting squeezed out here?
I know. I'm like, boys, throw me in the back slurping on an ice cap or something. Like, just get me in there.
We are back for another episode of Absolute Non-Sens. Ian Mendes with
Jackson Starr.
Yeah, that's right. The chemistry continues 3 episodes in.
It does. So
We're
far, so
feeling
good.
it.
So far, so good. No line changes yet.
Yeah.
So far, we're staying pat.
I can't wait for the episode. Jackson Starr, lower body. Couldn't make it today.
Could happen.
Who would actually replace you? Like, if one of us, who's next up on the the depth chart?
Do we start getting in those other podcasts, like mixing in the other podcasts and bringing some hosts from the outside world?
Yeah, like
maybe. I don't know.
No,
you don't think so? You wouldn't be comfortable?
I wouldn't be comfortable if Elliot Friedman took this spot. To be honest,
he'd take over.
I'd
right?
be out. I'd be out of a job pretty quickly. So yeah, all right. Yeah. Well, we're back. Episode 3. I loved that last week, by the way, because this episode we're going to feature Drake Batherson.
Yep.
And I think I said to you in the press box last week, we had a game against Boston, and there was a goal, Tim Stützle, from Jake Sanderson, Drake Batherson. And what did I say to you?
You said that's the podcast chemistry, right?
Podcast power.
Podcast power. Podcast power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The entire,
100%.
the first 3 guests that we've had as players combining for a goal.
Hey.
And then they pointed up to you in the press box, which I thought was a little much, but anyway.
Did they?
Yeah.
No. I didn't notice if so, but
Okay,
maybe it was pointing to you.
They did not point to you, Jackson.
One day, maybe we'll build to that one day.
You know what we are going to talk about at some point, though, is Nick Cousins has a fascination with you.
He does.
He does. And at some point, we're going to bring him on the pod to ask about why Nick Cousins is obsessed with Jackson Starr.
Maybe it just gets him going before the games. Like, I hear him yelling down the hallway, Jackson!
Again, last week, we played in Washington, end of October.
Yep.
And, you know, what do we win? 7-2, 7-1 in that game.
Yep.
And I'm standing there waiting to do the walk-off interview, I think, with Dylan Cousins that night. And here's Nick Cousins coming down the hallway yelling, Jackson! Like, we just won by 6 goals. Imagine, like, that's his thought, is to yell out Jackson.
He sees me and he yells out my name. I don't know why. It's been a trend since last year. He's getting ready for games.
So even last year he was doing this?
Last year, same thing. Not as much. I think this year it's built more. Maybe he sees my face around or knows who I am. But end of last year, he was yelling my name all over the place.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
we're going to bring him on here at some point.
For sure.
Before we get to the Drake Batherson portion of the pod and the interview, great conversation with him coming up, we have feedback, as always, from the listeners, from the viewers. And again, you can hit us up at communications@ottawasenators.com. Communications@ottawasenators.com. And I'm going to tell you, remember the first episode we did, I said, this has been universal praise. Usually 10% of people hate stuff that we do. Everybody loved it. And so my eye was drawn, Jackson, to the inbox. Because, by the way, I am the one who goes through this. You would think the junior person of the two would be the one tasked with sifting through emails and finding them. No, it's on me. And I go through, and there's a big all caps, and it says, what does this say?
Some negative feedback.
Some
really?
negative feedback.
Wow.
And I was like, here we go. Here we go.
We should say, though, that's like the first thing that I've heard about negative feedback. Like the feedback's been great. Thank you all for the great support. It's been awesome so far.
Yes.
But we'll see how
I'm about
this
to bring it
goes.
back down to earth.
Yeah, exactly.
With some all caps negative feedback.
Yeah.
This comes in from George Valenzuela.
Okay.
Yeah. He says, hey guys, here's my negative feedback. You need to make longer episodes.
Okay. They want more of us.
Yeah. The first 2 episodes have been super entertaining. Love the non-hockey talk, getting to know the players outside the sport. You guys are great together, great chemistry, so make longer episods.
Wow.
To which our production team, including Ben Coles, are very upset.
They're not happy about it.
No, they're not happy.
How do you feel about that? I mean, do you have the bandwidth for?
Jackson, I used to host a 4-hour talk show.
That's true.
This feels like 15 minutes. To me.
That's fair.
Ross writes in.
Yeah.
Learning more about the players' personalities is much appreciated. I agree with all the people saying the two of you have great chemistry. I have a PhD in chemical engineering, so I'm qualified to give opinions on chemistry.
Wow.
That's from Ross, who
Thank
says,
you, Ross.
By the way, when you guys were coming up with a suggested snake-related song from Jake Sanderson, how did nobody suggest a song by White Snake? That says he was all going on his own there.
He was. No, he was for sure. Hey, thanks, Ross. Appreciate it.
This one comes in. Ian and Jackson, big fan of the podcast. Keep them coming. with regard to a future episode, would love to see and hear from whoever it is that dons the sporty costume. I'm sure that person would have some wild and touching stories about interactions in the arena throughout the community. That's from Patrick, who says, P.S. I prefer Palladium Drive.
Okay, good to know. Nice.
Okay, so mascot?
Mascot, yeah, that'd be an interesting one, right?
But he's allowed to talk.
He's allowed to talk. I don't know.
But are there like rules? Like, is there like some sort of unwritten
There must
like
be.
rule of mascots that you like it's like Fight Club?
Yeah.
The first rule of mascot is you don't talk about mascots.
I'd think so. There must be. I did just watch that Montreal Expos documentary that came out on Netflix.
And like Youppi's
and
yapping
they had
more than anybody. The guy that
they
was,
had the guy who was playing Youppi, exactly.
This guy like Youppi from 1987 to 1991 or something. And like he was talking in the episode more than David
Some of the
Sampson.
players, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
like-
So maybe it's a retired thing. Like you have to be not currently in the costume, but it's interesting. I'm sure there's so many stories that come from different people who have had mascots. I wonder what some crazy mascot stories are.
Yeah.
You have some experience in
Wow,
mascots.
one
in the
time
past.
mascot is Lenny the
Ottawa
Lynx.
Lynx?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob writes in, and Rob says, I've been a Sens fan since day one. Love the first 2 episodes. Great idea on the non-Sens topics and an awesome table that you guys have there. Would love to find out more about life in the dressing room and on the road. Stories of Chris Neal's pranks are hilarious. I would be interested in hearing pranks and hijinks with the current Sens team.
Interesting.
That's from Rob.
From Rob. We got Ross and then Rob. Love it. Well, we'll see. I don't know how. It depends on how much we can get in there and see what that how if they open up. About
You've
pranks.
got some sort of in with Nick Cousins.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
feels
We can
like a
see.
prankster's. Like he's a prankster.
Oh, I think so. Right? He'd get in there with some.
Are
of the
you
guys
ever
for
worried
sure.
about being pranked? Like
Me? Not really. Maybe I should be more concerned. Just
Yes.
maybe a little bit from by Nick Cousins.
So back in the day when I
Yeah.
used to do games on Sportsnet, and I used to be the on ice reporter, pregame
Yep.
reporter.
Yep.
So before games, I would be ready to go live on the air, and Chris Neal would come with his stick, and he would hit me, and I'll just say a not so fortunate place.
Oh, jeez.
And I had to stay composed
For sure.
during that. And so I remember one time in Madison Square Garden, I'm getting ready to, hey, welcome to Senators hockey. And Chris Neal takes his stick and right into the nether regions. And I had to recover. I had about 10 seconds to play with. But like, yeah, he was a classic.
So he's the one who got you geared up for the baseball that hit you in
Yes,
the back.
I often do think about the
Yeah,
fact that
like
if I
Neal was
hadn't
training
had Chris Neal hit me in the
Wow.
groin
That's crazy.
all those years. Yeah.
Nuts. No stories like that yet for me. We'll
Okay,
see if they
we're
come.
gonna prank you though.
Yeah, you think
perhaps
so?
on this podcast
I could be like Kyle Bukowskis with Gritty getting sprayed
and
on
spray
side.
the foam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Could be something like that. We'll see.
Beth says, loving the Absolute Nonsense podcast so far. It's a fun peek behind the curtain. It feels like catching up with friends who just happen to play hockey for a living.
Nice.
Okay.
I don't play hockey for a living though, so
Nobody accused you of playing hockey for a living.
I consider
Beth says,
her my friend though.
as a self-proclaimed type A girl, the kind of person who color codes her calendar, inventories her fridge, and keeps a backup passport copy in 3 different places, can you please ask one of the players on an upcoming episode, where do they keep their passport? I have a terrible feeling some of these guys are living on the edge, storing it in their car's cup holder. Or worse, could you ask an older player versus younger player? Perhaps there's a difference there. That's from Beth.
I'm sure there are great stories that can come from that. That's a great question.
There
I
may
like
have
that
been a
lot.
story of a lost passport this season.
Really?
With a
Yeah.
current member of the Senate, but the passport was returned, and we'll leave
All
it
good.
at that.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll get there. That's a
Okay.
great question though. I like that a lot.
It is,
Yeah.
and we're going to wrap up with one more text. I guess technically, though, this was sent from my iPad.
Oh,
You know where this is coming from.
oh,
It's from
jeez.
Jackson's grandma.
She's back with more.
Alicia Starr writes in, another great podcast. Enjoyed hearing about Jake Sanderson's journey, especially how much he loves ferrets. And of course, the chemistry that Ian and Jackson have is so entertaining. Looking forward to episode 3. Alicia Starr.
She didn't sign off grandma this time.
No, she didn't
Dang,
this
that's
time.
too bad.
But again, sent from my iPad. was
Exactly. Sent from my iPad.
The giveaway.
Those are the funny ones when you get the emails that are like sent from Android.
Yeah.
Twitter doesn't do that.
Sent
or X
from my
doesn't-
BlackBerry.
X doesn't do that anymore.
No.
Where you say made
Yes,
for X by made for Twitter for
Twitter for
Amazon.
BlackBerry.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
Yeah.
back in the day.
It was back in the day.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
listen, Alicia says she's looking forward to number 3. We're looking forward to number 3.
For sure.
So without any further ado, our chat with Drake Batherson.
I loved hockey cards growing up. I used to play a lot with my brother and with friends. And if you love hockey cards, well, you're in luck because Tim Hortons hockey cards are back. You can pick up a pack of the 2025-26 Collectors Series NHL Upper Deck trading cards at Tim's up until November 16th. For more information, you can find it at timhortons.ca/hockeycards.
Jackson, I'll tell you what, we've had a lot of fun having the players in studio, right?
Yep, for sure.
Timmy, Jake Sanderson. I feel like we've set the bar pretty high.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah,
These
we
player
definitely
interviews?
have. Yeah. I mean, we started off with the top, right? Timmy and Sandy, for sure.
Wow. You're selling this guy short. We're selling
not
Drake
a chance.
Batherson short.
Big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Hey, welcome to the studio. How do you like the space here?
I love it. I love how it's the new decked out look. It's we got all kinds of things in here.
Yeah.
Old skates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Little
like
nods to Sens history.
Yeah.
So listen, welcome to the pod. The title of the pod, in case you don't know, because I think we just said, hey, join the podcast. It's called Absolute Non-Sens,
Okay.
which means we're actually not allowed to ask you any hockey questions.
Yeah,
geez.
few or none.
Like nothing.
Basically.
It's
yeah,
all
nothing. Not
non-hockey
hockey.
stuff.
Alrighty.
Okay?
Hopefully I got enough for you.
I think so. And, you know what? We're actually going to start by having, I think, well, we'll find out if you find this funny or not. but we were where were we on the Father's trip last year? In Detroit?
Buffalo, Detroit. Yeah.
Where we talked to,
Detroit when we spoke to your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, so we're talking to Norm.
Yeah.
And he mentions that, hey, he talks about you saying, yeah, no,
Yeah.
all the time. Now, first of all, is that like, does he get on you? Does your family have a little fun of you saying, yeah, no?
No, I did my first interview, I think, when I was 18 at the time. And it was at like QMJHL rookie tournament. I've never done an interview in my life. I was nervous. And then it was like a 2.5 minute interview. And my buddy said he counted, like 25 times. It's hilarious. And ever since then, I don't know. I just say it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, they don't really give me heck for it. But it just
Do you catch it at all? Or are you like, do you say it and you're like, oh crap, I said it again?
I think it like gives me a second to think about the question the reporter asked me.
Yeah.
But like I don't notice me saying it. It's kind of just like a second to like think about what I'm gonna say, I think.
For sure.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah. Because you never know what they're gonna ask you, right? So just
Buy you some time saying, yeah, no.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Some people, like on that note, like some people you've heard in the past be like, that's a really good question. And then that gives you time to kind of process what you're going to answer with. But like, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah, most people say that. That's
Yeah.
a great question, but
Yeah.
I'd say,
Yeah, well, and I know you've seen like, a couple of Sens fans. They've had fun. They here's 30 seconds of Drake saying, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Did you see the one with Shabbat?
Oh,
30 seconds of him saying, do you know what
At the end of the day?
At the end of
yeah,
the
that's
day.
what he said, yeah.
Yeah.
And Timmy's was 100%.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw those.
Yeah, so you guys get, at least you guys get a bit of a chuckle out of that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Right away, we were showing it to the guys and just laughing. It's awesome. It's hilarious.
Shabby, it's in French too. Au bout de la ligne. He
Yeah.
does it in English and French.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
the same thing.
No
yeah.
way.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can put a couple for Shabby.
Yeah,
He says it a lot,
absolutely.
right?
Okay, so we want to
Yeah.
have some fun with you here and do a bit of a deep dive into your life away from the rink. And the first thing Jackson and I noticed, because all we do is research.
Yeah.
The main place you go is Wikipedia.
Yeah.
So we go to Wikipedia and we punch in, you're born in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah.
So can you explain to me why, when you go to famous people born in Fort Wayne, Indiana, you don't appear on the list? Why is that?
I don't know. I didn't know that till you told me it. But like we were in Chicago last year, and there's a guy outside the hotel asking for autographs or whatever, and he's like, "You got any family coming?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Oh, Fort Wayne's not that far away from Chicago." I'm like, "No, man. I was there for like a week and a half, and then moved home. Like I didn't even know Fort Wayne was close to Chicago. So yeah, I was born there, and then pretty much got in a car and drove right to Nova Scotia, and then grew up in Germany after that. So I've never even
Typical childhood.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Typical. But it's like, it's genuinely like right. We looked on the map. It's Detroit, Indianapolis, and Chicago. Fort Wayne's like basically right in that triangle, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. Do you know anything about Fort Wayne? or-
Nothing. Like,
No?
well, my dad was playing there. I'm born April 27th, so it was like right at the end of the hockey season.
Yeah.
And then, then we got in the car and like drove home. So
Crazy.
I couldn't even tell you like where it is on a map. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So you wouldn't know anybody. So can we reach out to the Wikipedia folks and like get you added to the list of famous people from Fort Wayne?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have no idea about anybody else that's born in Fort Wayne.
No, I know like the Fort Wayne Comets or whatever, the hockey team, but like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know the name of the baseball team in Fort Wayne?
No.
The Fort Wayne Tin Caps.
Okay, right
So
on.
I didn't know before we looked it up, right? But
Fort
there you
Wayne
go.
Tin Caps. And you know who else was born in Fort Wayne, which we found out
Yeah.
only by doing research for this? Do you ever watch The Office?
A little bit, but like, don't quiz me on it.
We're not going deep with like Creed
yeah.
references. Jenna Fisher,
Okay,
who plays Pam Beasley, receptionist from Fort Wayne.
okay,
See, our goal is to get you on that list of people from
all
you
right.
should be leading the list off, right? Come on.
alphabetically.
Hey, that's
Batherson should
yeah.
I'd probably be a little lower on the totem pole than she is, but it's all
Yeah.
right.
So you spent a week, but are you technically a dual citizen though by being born?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm eligible for a passport for sure, but yeah, I guess it's nice to have both passports, but yeah, I don't really spend a whole lot of time there unless I'm playing hockey and stuff, but yeah, maybe one day I'll get one.
Fun little interesting trivia, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Where was
Yeah.
Drake Batherson from? Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
Well, the bellhop outside the hotel apparently knew that. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
outside
Yeah.
the hotel.
Yeah.
So Jackson and I were also looking and we're like, okay, and you mentioned you live in Germany, or lived in Germany. Did you get enough time there to get an EU passport or no?
It was my first year junior or second year junior, I forget. We had a German on the team and he's like, man, you should try and get your passport to play World Juniors for us or whatever. So like, I kind of like started him and Han about it, and then I got invited to the Canada's tryouts. So I never really tried to get the passport, but maybe if I ever like went there and played, I could probably get it somehow. Played a lot of minor hockey there. My sister was born there, so I think she has one. I don't actually. That's a great question. I don't even know, but she could probably get one.
Yeah.
So like on that note, I guess like you kind of grow up. Like those are peak childhood years that you spend overseas. Like how unique of an experience is that for a guy who like was German wasn't was it your first language, or like what was that kind of like learning the language and spending time in that culture? I guess that's different than back
Yeah,
here.
it was cool. Like we were in 4 different cities over there, but like from when I was 4 to 8, we were in the same city, and I went to school. All my buddies were German. Like the only time I'd speak English is at the house, but like if I had buddies over, I was speaking German like in my own house. But yeah, I was like way more fluent in German than English, and then I came back for like grade 4 and I was lost. Like I always say, that's why I was terrible in school. Like I was always 4 years behind. But no, it was awesome. Like all my teammates, coaches, I'd only talk to them in German, like school, everything. So I've lost it though. Like I can
Lost all of it?
not all of it. Like I can count like the same as I can count in English, but I need like probably 2-3 months there of only German. I could probably get it back, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the type of thing where if you heard it, like, I don't know, do you hear Timmy talking in German and you're like, okay, I can pick up on a couple of things here and there?
Yeah,
I
for
guess
sure.
that's probably what it is, right? Like if you're there for a little bit, you could probably pick it up.
Yeah,
pretty
definitely.
quickly.
Like if I'm like watching a game or something, like I understand like certain things for sure. And when he's on the phone, I can catch on to what he's saying. So he's got to watch what he says.
Yeah, like back then though, growing up, do you have like favorite German food or things that you like loved as a kid?
Yeah,
Back
like
there?
my favorite thing are like the big pretzels.
Yeah.
Like if I ever go to a sporting event and they have pretzels, I'm getting it every time.
Yeah.
Like
With
that's like-
mustard?
no, just like plain.
Just plain.
Yeah.
Plain pretzel.
Yeah.
Don't
like-
find it a bit dry?
No, it's dry. Like you need a big drink or something with you. But yeah, I've always loved German pretzels. Like there was a bakery where we lived. You could like write on a sheet of paper at night what you wanted, and they'd bring it and hang it on your door in the morning. So you open up your door in the morning, and there's like 4 pretzels, like whatever you wanted, waiting for you. So
Like delivered to your door?
yeah, it was pretty unreal.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I like that.
That neighborhood must have smelled great then.
Oh, it was
by a
yeah,
bakery?
it was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but I know the pretzels smell good and tasted good for sure.
Crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Love it.
So then what age did you move back to Canada? And move back to like Nova Scotia?
Yeah, I moved back to the Annapolis Valley where my parents still are today at 8 turning 9. And then I was there for 2 years, and then I moved to Antigonish for 3 years until I was 12, and then moved back to New Minas where I've been ever since.
Yeah.
Yes.
But and you mentioned that you were like like coming back here, like did you struggled in school because you were learning from the German education system?
Yeah.
Like, what did you get smoked in like grade 4 or 5 when you came back? Everything?
Like spelling and like
Yeah.
I don't even spelling, reading, like everything was just like totally off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm just not a school guy, I don't think.
But gym, you did fine, right? Like, come on.
Oh, phys ed was 100%. Like in that, I would get an A+ for sure. But yeah, other than that, it wasn't great.
Okay, but I find that interesting. Your exact quote, I think you just said, I was not a school guy, I'm not a school guy.
Yeah,
But your mom's a teacher.
I know.
So how is that dynamic?
Yeah, I don't know. Like she'd get pissed off at me. Like I'd come home with this homework, and like no matter how hard she tried, I couldn't understand it like one bit. Like I could, even if I wanted to listen to the teacher as best I could, like some days I'm just like, all right, I'm going to try the best I can to understand this math scenario. Just wouldn't come. But you draw up 10 drills in a row, I'll remember every drill and where everyone's going. It's just like, I don't know.
Did you really dial it in though? Like, were you really like, hey, like let's go today. I'm gonna actually.
I remember like grade 11, 12, like I needed like over a 50 or else like I'm failing the whole grade. And like I was grinding just to get over that.
No.
But yeah, I've been working on a farm or something. I wasn't playing hockey for sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. You wouldn't be an accountant?
No.
Could be teaching.
Yeah.
Maybe like your mom.
I'd be in trade school for sure. Something.
So high school though, now you're playing for Cape Breton, right?
Yeah.
You're playing for the Screaming Eagles. And most people, when they're not living at home, they have a billet family.
Yeah.
But my understanding is you had a unique billet situation. Am I right here on this? Did you live with your grandparents at
Well,
one point?
I was gonna, but they live in North Sydney, and I would have been going to school in Sydney, so it's about 20 minutes, and I ended up just grabbing a billet family in Sydney, and they were awesome. Ashley and Kyle Ryan, they owned like a grocery store, like a Loblaws, so it was unreal. Ate like a king. Igor Sokolov lived with me my second year.
Yeah.
I actually had both my line mates living with me my second year, so it was awesome. Pool, hot tub, everything. It was great.
And now when you say that the Ryans owned a grocery store,
Yeah.
like could you just go in and I'll take one of everything? Or like what was the setup?
Like some days I go in there, it's just like grab whatever you want. And I was like, all right. But like you could be like, I'd be in class and I'd be like, oh man, I feel like I'm gonna want a frozen pizza tonight. Like I'll just text her, grab me a Delicio or I don't know, a case of whatever you need, a case of water. You know, it was always there. And like I was eating steak for pregame meal in junior. I bet you no one else on the team was eating steak. Yeah.
That's great. I guess does it go for desserts too? Like my first thought goes like I'd want those deep and delicious cakes like all the time. Right?
The house was like a convenience store. You walk in and it's like whatever you wanted.
That's great.
Yeah.
Does that translate to now? Like, is your place flooded with food, or is it?
Yeah. Now it's different because I'm not like I go like after practice today. We leave. I just like shop the day of like. Right after this, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna have steak tonight. I'll go grab steak, and then tomorrow I'll be like, all right, I want tacos. I'll go grab tacos. I never like load up, just because we're so in and out all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd love to be able to go to Costco and just stock up and never have to go grocery shopping for like 2 weeks, but it just doesn't work. It'll just go to waste.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a big Costco guy.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm a big Costco guy. I love the fact that you're wondering why you're struggling in school. It's like you're thinking about frozen pizzas.
Yeah, I know.
And they're texting your billet family.
That's
Why
part
aren't
of
you
it.
just locked in on the assignment?
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Well,
the
it was funny. My first year junior, I was already graduated high school, and I was turning 19, and the education guy came up to me. He's like, "So, what classes do you want to go to at the university?" And I'm like moving for the first time. I'm like, man, I'm not ready for university. Just throw me back in grade 12. So I pretty much did grade 12 over again. But
You
I
went
only
back for a victory lap?
yeah,
Wow.
just a couple classes. It was actually perfect.
But was it mandatory? But if you had graduated, was it mandatory you had some sort of...
Like you're supposed to do like school of some sort, I think. So I just went back and did, I think, math and English again. Probably didn't do great.
That's great. Well, at least like from out east, you played out east, right? You had your family around that area.
Yeah.
We looked up your great uncle Matt. What's
Matt
Minglewood?
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 Yeah.
He's got a music career, right? Like
yeah.
Juno nominee. Does that translate to you? Like, you know any of his songs? Like, how were you ever excelling in music, at least in school, maybe?
No, I'm not like I love music, but I can't play any like instruments or anything. But like, yeah, he's unreal. Like I go to all of his shows all the time. He's great. He's still rocking it like now. Like my dad was at a show last week, so he's always playing in Halifax, and yeah, he's really famous on the East Coast and used to travel all across Canada and was really popular back in the day for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you even like a campfire? You'll grab the guitar. Like, do you have that level of musical ability?
A lot. Like I would say 90% of my family, like out of all my dad's brothers and sisters, they can all play the guitar, and like I'm one of the few that can't.
Really?
So like family reunion, there'll be like 14 people playing the guitar, and I'm just chilling. Like I'm not singing or nothing.
Can your sister play or?
Yeah, she used to play. I'm not sure if she still can, but like pretty much everyone that's related to me can play guitar.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of your sister, May came home this year with the Walter Cup after winning with Minnesota. What was that like in terms of having her come home with the trophy? We saw a bunch of pics on social media. It looked like an amazing couple of days back home.
Yeah, it was awesome. We actually had the party at my house, so like I organized it and everything. It was awesome. We had like upwards to 100 people there. I think it started at 2 and went pretty late, so it was great. And she had a blast, and it was awesome to see her just celebrating and all of her friends. And my family came from all over. Like everyone came in from like Cape Breton, New Brunswick for it, so it was awesome.
Nice. That's awesome.
What's Drake Batherson? Maybe you could have been a party planner. You thought about that? You're talking about all you would have been a what goes in, like, are you the one ordering like food, balloons, plates,
like
drinks? What did you actually do to plan this party?
Yeah, we had like full bar with people working the bar. We had a guy working the barbecue. It was like a wedding.
Yeah.
Like I was like running a marina. The jet skis, the boats were going all day. I had to get so many jerry cans of gas because all my cousins wanted to rip around. So it was an awesome day. There was so much to do, and there was a lot that went into it. I couldn't imagine doing
party planning.
Yeah. If I had to plan mine, but
on that note, I guess, what if you were to like organize a wedding or something like that? What are some of the key foods? Because you have the Loblaws ties, I guess, right?
Well, one of the key things, I was at a wedding one time, and it was like pretty late in the night, and they had a huge McDonald's order show up. So it was like I did that for May's cop party. Like later in the night, I Uber Eats. It was an outrageous amount of McDonald's, and it was crushed by everyone. So
for sure. Hey,
I would say
late at night. So McDonald's, that it hits, right?
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Some late night food. You don't want to go home hungry.
No.
Yeah.
But what's better at 2 a.m., like a cheeseburger or a shawarma?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Or I guess, are you a Halifax guy? There's a donair in the equation here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a poutine.
Yeah.
Or something.
What are you taking here? It's
like
2 a.m.
If I'm going to get something to eat, probably in Halifax, probably poutine.
Yeah.
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 I think mine's McDonald's. Like if I'm out at 2 a.m., like McDonald's is perfect.
A cheeseburger?
Like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Like a Big Mac. Like it's great, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think. You?
Cheeseburger.
Yeah. Like, nice.
For sure. So we're talking about May, and Jackson and I were saying before the show, we're like, wouldn't it be cool if May played for Ottawa?
Yeah.
Have the two of you ever discussed, I know we talk about siblings playing together as teammates, but this would be a unique situation where siblings are in the same city. I'm not sure how many times does something like this happen. Have you guys ever thought about how cool it would be for her to play in Ottawa?
For sure. I mean, definitely before the draft, every time Ottawa was picking, I'm like, man, I hope she gets picked here. And I think Ottawa picked someone, and then May got picked the next pick. So it would have been cool if she, and like Ridley, me and Ridley were talking, like imagine they both our sisters get drafted here. It'd be pretty awesome. But maybe one day down the road she'll sign here, and be pretty cool.
Yeah, it must be cool though, just to have her as another pro, right? Like I feel like it's a unique situation that not a lot of people can have, where their sister plays professional hockey, but like it's a league right now. It's become something that's more than what it was. So it must. I'm just curious what that's kind of like for you guys to have each other's backs like that.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we're always watching each other's games, talking hockey, but I never really knew a whole lot of, I guess, about like the girls' game, because May always played with the boys until like college, and then just learning about the new PWHL and all that goes into it, and they're getting new teams and everything. So Yeah, it's awesome. I think it's so cool that they have that league, and for her to play in the NHL stadium, every night in Minnesota, or they go to Colorado and there's 17,000 people there. Like, it's pretty awesome for them, and I'm pumped to have that league for them.
If she ever played in Ottawa, you guys are in the same city, could you live together? Like, could she live with you, or you guys are like, no, we can't do that?
Yeah, probably. I mean, she's been living with me for the last 2 months here, so my basement's kind of like set up as like an apartment, so she just kind of hangs out down there, and I always cook her dinner every night, so she's eating pretty good. So,
yeah. But is she giving you, like you said, you just buy groceries day of?
Yeah.
Does she get a say in what's on the menu, or you're just like, hey, it's steak tonight, it's tacos tonight?
Yeah. I mean, if I wasn't going to get steak, I don't know if she'd be buying a steak for herself or something. So she knows it's gonna be good, whatever it is. So steak, chicken, whatever, salmon.
You and Dylan were living together, right? If I'm not wrong, last year after you got traded. What was that like? Maybe food wise, was he bugging you a little bit?
He eats a lot of steak.
Yeah.
We had steak probably almost every night. I feel like steak and pasta. But
how do you like the steak? Does it vary from your sister? Does Dylan like maybe a different type of steak than you?
Yeah, my family's like, it's weird. It was like always well done growing up.
Really?
But like we never got steak. It was like for my birthday, it was like we can go to Boston Pizza or you get steak. And I was like, I'll go to Boston Pizza.
Yeah.
But now like I eat a lot more steak, and like whenever we'd eat meat, it was always like well done growing up. And I went on my first road trip and I ordered steak, and the guy's like, how do you want your steak done? I'm like, well done. And he looked at me like I had 10 heads, and like the guys are losing it. I'm like, what's wrong with that? So that's like uncommon, I guess. So I'm like a medium, but like when my family's here, I got to cook 3 well done for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that is weird. Like, you mentioned Dylan Cousins loves steak. Most guys eat steak, right? Most guys. Is there any NHL player that you know of that's a vegetarian?
Not that I've played with or seen.
I'd be curious to find out, right? Is there a guy? You never heard any?
My third Chara was maybe vegetarian for a bit, but I don't know if that could be a lie too. But
Yeah.
I've never seen it though.
Crazy.
We'll go with it.
Yeah. Crazy.
Okay, so you can't play the guitar.
Yeah.
You don't have any musical talents, but you do have a lot of talent when it comes to the golf course. And Jackson and I are wondering, so the American Century Championship is kind of the celebrity golf tournament, the big one. Joe Pavelski won it, right?
Yep.
This year. Tony Romo's won it in the past. Have you ever been invited to this thing?
No, I've never been. But I like watch it and follow along with it. I've talked to guys who played in it. I was talking to Alex Killorn. He played in the final group with Steph Curry, who hit that hole-in-one. Yeah. He said it was like electric. And then he had the hit after him. After he hit the hole-in-one, he's like, that's a tough one to follow up. The place is going nuts. But it's an awesome tournament, I think. I mean, if I ever get invited, I'd go for sure. But so we'll see.
From a golf perspective, like when I'm golfing and there's a foursome behind and they're watching, it's like I feel the stress, right? Obviously, you're used to playing in front of how many thousand people, but like, is it different for golf with you? Like, do you get a little nervous when people are watching you play? I don't know.
Yes and no. I mean, when you're in the zone, I feel like in golf, you're not really too worried about it. But like when you're on the first tee and you didn't go to the range and like people are like, oh, Drake's on the tee, let's go watch or whatever. There'll be like 10 people watching. I'm a little nervous. I'm like, I want to hit one good, but not too nerve wracking. But in tournaments, like I played in a tournament this year right after the season. And like I was like, wow, this is like the same feeling as like I feel like in playoffs.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'd imagine it'd be the same type of thing, right?
Yeah.
For that crowd, it must be electric.
Yeah, I remember last year you did an interview with Adam Stanley, golf reporter, works for Sportsnet, does a lot of golf writing. And in his conversation with you, and Adam knows his golf, and he says you might be in the conversation of one of the best golfers in the NHL. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard there's a lot of good players. It's tough to say. There's probably so many good players out there. You'd have to do like a big tournament or something between everyone and go at it.
Well, that's the American Century tournament. It's there. So here's our question. If you leave it in the hands of Jackson and I, if we try and open some doors and get you on the radar, are you in? Are you interested in playing in that tournament?
100%. Yeah, I would go for sure.
Yeah, because when you watch it, do you think to yourself like, I could probably hang with that crew.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many famous people, that are playing in that tournament. Like, I feel like I got a little bit more to prove before I get in there.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I think the golfing component is just as big, if not bigger, than the celebrity component, right?
Yeah.
Like, so.
You got to be a good golfer to
Yes.
compete. Would you still get starstruck though if if Steph Curry was there, right? Type of thing? Or
I think
you
it's
past that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I wouldn't get too starstruck,
Yeah.
but I definitely call my buddies after and be like, hey, I saw Steph Curry today or something. But no, I wouldn't be too bad.
Would you ever, like, if you saw Steph Curry, is there anybody in the world right now where you would ask them, do you mind taking a selfie? Or is it just different now because you're an athlete, you're a public figure, that you wouldn't do that? Or would there be somebody like, oh, wow, actually, I mean,
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
love a selfie.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go like bother anyone or something, but if it was like, say it was a situation where we're hanging out or whatever, I'd be like, hey, do you mind if we grab a pic after or something? Like, I met Tiesto this summer and I was like, hey, can we grab a picture?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, no problem. So, yeah.
Nice.
But I wouldn't
Seek it out.
bother him to do it, but we were like hanging out. So he was nice enough to do that.
Any actors maybe? Like you mentioned Tiesto, but
Yeah. I mean, there's a few. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I like UFC and like golf and those, like Tiger. Like, if I could get a picture with Tiger, someone. But I'm more of like a picture guy than an autograph guy for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Interesting.
that's cooler.
go back to the golf game quickly. We spoke at the golf tournament a little bit about some of the talent on the team, I guess. Who would you say is up at the top with you at some of the rankings on the team, and who would you say maybe is a little bit? We'll say they have to work on their game.
Yeah, you're putting me on the spot here.
Nah,
Shane Pinto's really good. He's a scratch now. Like he could beat me on any given day.
Really?
Like he's really good. Thomas and Timmy have gotten a lot better. G's good. Improve on the game? I don't know. Jeez.
Well, G's been invited a couple of times to when they do the Canadian PGA event here at Eagle Creek.
Yeah.
He gets out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's kind of a
That's a cool tournament.
celebrity.
Yeah.
Again, how are you not being invited to these?
Yeah, he actually did invite me to
Oh,
that.
he did?
Yeah, I was busy with I think I had a wedding last summer, but we're gonna maybe see if I can do it this summer. Get
Okay.
into that.
nice. You don't have to mention anyone who needs to work on that.
Yeah,
game,
no,
I guess, a
I'll
little
let
bit.
that slide. They're
Yeah,
all great
love
players.
There you go. We'll leave it at that.
They're all
What
awesome.
a politically correct answer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
We wanted to ask you too about when you go home in the summer, and everyone talks about. We don't want to talk about those legendary skates because I think that story has been overdone with Sid and Nate and whatever. But we do want to ask you about those guys, and now with Brad Marchand, they're all in the Tim Hortons commercial.
Yeah.
Why are you getting squeezed out here?
I know.
Like-
I'm like, boys, throw me in the back slurping on an ice cap or something. Like, just
Right?
get me in there.
Yes.
But yeah, maybe one day. They slipped Marshy in last year, so I'll keep working and try and get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you want to do the most if you could like they do the drive-throughs or something like that? They're at the what would your role be if you were at a Tim Hortons?
I don't know. You wouldn't want to have me working the drive-through. I don't think. You want me like pouring coffee or something.
There
Yeah.
you go.
I pour coffee and throw some bagels in with some cream cheese. I could do that up.
Fresh pretzels, maybe.
Can't
Pretzel
be
bun.
can't be easy running the drive-through, right?
No,
Like, I feel like
it
that's
is.
a hard
It is
task.
A
stressful.
lot of pressure.
I did
Yeah.
that one time for McHappy Day. They needed, people to do it. I was lost.
Yeah.
Like, it is so stressful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got people being like, no mustard, no ketchup, no pickles, and then
Oh man.
yeah.
And I had to make have you guys ever did you ever work a summer job like at a Dairy Queen or McDonald's or fast food where you actually have to do soft serve ice cream?
No, I always
man.
worked at the golf
Tough.
course. So
Yeah.
yeah, I never had a job like that though. No.
No, I can't say I worked at a hotel, but I never did soft serve ice cream. But I've done my fair share of soft serve ice cream at in university.
Oh.
At like the dorms, they used to you have to do it on your own. But
You have to have the touch.
yeah, you must, eh?
Yeah.
You would have the hands for it.
Yeah.
I think for sure.
How do you try?
But you do have, you talk about Tim Hortons. You do have some commercial experience
Yeah.
here with Lepine,
Yeah.
right? Were you like a first take guy, or was this like the director's getting frustrated? He's like, all right, let's all just take 15 minutes till Drake gets his line.
Oh, I was
Or
pretty good.
You're pretty good?
Yeah, like my lines were nothing crazy. Like there was like, I don't know, 5-6 words a line.
Yeah.
I would say we got every one within 3. Like there was some I get in 1 or 2 easily.
Yeah.
But,
Do they have
like,
the big cue cards for you too? Or like,
not really. It just kind of like, I wouldn't really start it off and then I'd just kind of chime in. So, yeah, I would say like 3-4 max.
yeah.
And we probably did 8 commercials, 8 different ones. So
8. Yeah. And there's one where,
Yeah.
and I used to work with Leanne Cusack pretty closely
yeah.
at Bell Media. She's awesome to work with. But there's one where you're like riding, is it like a floor waxer?
Oh yeah, it's like a floor cleaner
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many takes was that one?
I think that was 3.
Only 3 takes.
Yeah. Because the first one, I think I almost like pushed, she almost fell off it.
Yeah.
I, like,
She's kind of riding it.
I like
and
hit a
you're-
bump or something.
Yeah. and
Yeah.
You're pushing it along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one, I wasn't marching that great. And then the third one we got.
You nailed
Nice,
it.
Yeah.
nice. Could you do like? Could you drive the Zamboni? You think like? Are you that type?
Oof, I don't know. I like to say I could operate a vehicle, but I don't know. Zamboni might be tough.
It's tough. You have to get in the corners, right? Like right on the
Yeah.
boards.
Oh,
that
yeah.
can't be easy.
No, I'd be
too.
running in.
Drive through and Zamboni, the two
Yeah.
difficult jobs.
Yeah.
Hey, as we wrap up here, a couple questions for you. And one is, we got a pack of Tim Hortons cards here.
Okay.
And we're hoping if you can open them up. We
Yeah.
all have a,
Yeah, we got
we got a
each have
set here. We're
a
going to
set.
open up some cards.
All right.
Were you a card collector as a kid?
Yeah, like I didn't have too many, but like whenever I could get my hands on them, I'd definitely keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, we're going to see. Oh, I was hoping I would get we should have stacked the deck and had a Drake card.
Well, I've got some.
we got some
Sens
Drake cards,
too.
but I got a Sam Reinhart, Mason. Oh, a little bit of local flavor. Mason McTavish, Travis Konechny.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Hey.
Any Sens?
No Sens. I got Sebastian Aho, Alex Ovechkin, not
There
bad,
you go.
and Rasmus Dahlin.
Nice. I got Quinn Hughes and 2 Dallas Stars, Ranton and Jake Ottinger, the goalie. But we do have some Sens
Yeah.
ones
Okay.
here.
Can we show them?
Yeah.
Show them your.
So we got
have your card with
Sens
Tim
card
Hortons.
here.
Oh yeah.
So I guess we can get you to kind of like grade who looks good, who doesn't look good, whose pictures work. So this is yours. We can go through. We
Okay.
got yours here.
And now, do you prefer white jersey, dark jersey, red jersey? Like if you're being photographed and let's say there's an 8x10 or a card, what's the look you like the best?
I think like if I was to sign it, the white jersey's easier,
Yeah.
but I like the blacks. I think they're pretty clean.
Yeah.
I like both of them though, or all three. Let's say, but I think blacks are my favorite.
Do you have at somewhere at home your rookie card, like your very first
Oof.
card, and like
Maybe at my parents' place. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah. Like I've done a few with like Upper Deck and stuff, but like I think I just like sent them back.
yeah,
Yeah.
or where you sign them and send them back.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think I kept any, but
Yeah. Who do we got there in that set? I don't even
so
know.
we got myself,
Yeah.
Ollie.
Nice.
It's a cool card. Claude Giroux. Brady. Timmy. That's a cool one.
Nice.
G again. Brady again. And Timmy again.
Nice. Hey, you
Yeah.
got a couple
Yeah.
Timmy in there.
Yeah.
Do you prefer like these have cool designs, right? Like they're like
Yeah, they're
But I
sweet.
feel like the classic cards too are kind of those are the cool ones too, right? Those old like 80s
Yeah.
designs, right? Drake Batherson 19, it's like white and I don't know. I
Yep.
feel like those look cool
Yep.
as well.
Yeah. I feel like cards are like people love collecting cards.
Yeah.
Like I don't know like much about it, but like I feel like especially like baseball and stuff, it's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got the Sox hat on there.
Yeah.
Hey, Fort
Yeah.
Wayne tin caps.
Yeah, we gotta get you a
Yeah.
Fort Wayne
tin
tin
cap.
tin caps.
Oh, I'd rock it.
Yeah,
I got every sports team's hat and I just wear them.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it.
a
Well,
huge
what,
collection.
I got a lot, yeah. I'd say like too many for sure.
Like 100.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Over the years.
And
Yeah.
are they just like in a closet? Like where are they?
Like I probably got like 50 at my summer house and the other 50 here. I'd
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we mentioned signatures briefly before we let you go. Everyone's signing the table, so we got to get your signature. But kind of how do you maybe describe your signature? Like Timmy does the umlaut; he's very specific with it. We've asked pretty much all the guys this. Sandy's very JS quick 85, right?
Yeah.
Are you very eloquent with your signature? Or
So my signature is actually the same as my mom's because in high school, She used to write me notes to like leave early for hockey practice, and then like sometimes I'd just like write the notes and then put her signature on so I could just get out of school. So and then I've had the same signature, but I got caught for doing it by the end of it. And then I've always had that signature.
But you got caught because
they're like, this isn't your mom's writing. Like as I was terrible.
Was your mom teaching in the same school?
No,
because that would be like, such a move if you were forging her signature within the school.
No, she was at elementary school, and I was like grade 12 or whatever. But
so your signature is very similar to hers.
Yeah, her name's Deanne Batherson, and mine's Drake Batherson. So it's like D Batherson.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So, like, you see some NHL guys, like they're practicing their signatures for when they make it to the pros. He's practicing just to copy his mom.
Get out of class.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, as we wrap up here, a final question. We've asked this question to all the guests that have dropped by the pod this year. And that is, when Drake Batherson is coming here to Canadian Tire Center, he's coming down the highway, does he exit on Terry Fox Drive or on Palladium?
Tanger Outlets.
Palladium.
That one.
You drive past the rink, right?
Like
the rink's on the left, you drive past.
Yeah.
You're
but sometimes on weekends I'll take the other one because she's backed up at the Tanger Outlets.
Yeah.
Hey, that's our first like just one answer. You do both. Like some guys are like, no, Terry Fox. Like I'm Terry Fox always, but some guys are Palladium.
Or if I'm like in a slump or something, I might take a different route. I don't know.
Just take the back road. Take Carling Avenue.
Yeah, all the way.
All the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
nice.
Right. Yeah. Amazing. Well, listen, thanks for dropping by. Hopefully this was fun for you.
It was great.
Nice
and easy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you leave it with us. It is our job to get you into that celebrity golf.
All right.
Just get you on their radar.
All right.
That's our job.
You just keep working on your game.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah.
Love it. All right. Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah. No, thanks, guys.
The Absolute Non-Sens podcast is furnished by Dalla Decor, the official luxury furniture partner of the Ottawa Senators. Ian and I sit on these super comfortable chairs every episode, and we thank our lucky stars, wink wink, that we have such a great partner in Dalla Decor.
All right, Jackson, that was a really fun conversation with Drake Batherson.
It really was.
And, we talked about having some fun with him in the podcast, that we would create a no counter. A little box on the bottom of the screen if you're watching this, and it would ding every time he said no. I went back. How many instances of no did we get from Drake Batherson?
I don't think we got one. Did we?
We got zero.
Zero, yeah.
So, but I think it's interesting because he explained it, that no is his sort of defense mechanism to buy himself time to think about what the question was, to answer it.
Yeah.
We made him feel very comfortable here.
It's a good
point. That he didn't have to know it.
It's a very good point.
Right?
A very good point. Like I mentioned in the conversation, like how sometimes people will say, "Oh, that's a very good question," and then go into it. It's good that he didn't even say that. Yeah, he was comfortable in it.
You know what? Now I'm thinking, because the good folks at Dalla Decor gave us these chairs. All Drake Batherson interviews moving forward will be in a Dalla Decor chair.
Oh, maybe it makes it more comfortable.
Maybe there's a direct correlation between Yano and
the chairs and the Yanos.
The hard bench. Think of the hard bench that he sits on in those media sessions.
Yeah, exactly.
In the locker room.
What if we offer that to him and he goes, "Yeah, no." Oh boy,
I love it. You know who loved that joke?
Who?
Alicia Starr.
She probably would.
She loved that
she
for
probably
sure.
Would, yeah.
So again, I like to be upfront and honest with our listeners and reviewers. So we pre-record these episodes, a week or two before they come out, so we can edit them and have some fun. So we had the interview with Drake Batherson, and in that interview, I vowed that I would reach out to the folks at the American Century, the golf tournament, the celebrity golf, and see if I could get Drake Batherson on their radar. I can give you the update and let you know. They got back to me within, I'm going to say 20 minutes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Within 20 minutes, they wrote back. And it was so fast, I thought it was one of those auto
For sure, yeah.
No, the guy wrote back to me and said, absolutely, we'll take this under consideration. However, next year's event, I guess so now, in the U.S., because the network, it's NBC. Why am I hiding around? It's not like we have a NBC partnership or something I got to worry about here. Anyway, they obviously have signed up a new deal to broadcast NBA games. So now the feeling is that the celebrity golf tournament might be more sort of NBA heavy than in the past. They might remove some of the... Anyway, all this to say, I made the reach out.
We made it happen.
'Kay.
Crazy.
But you had a homework assignment from this podcast, and I have a feeling that we're going to run this back till the time that I was your journalism professor, and you're going to be asking for an extension here.
I might
have
be
you
asking
reached
for
out to the?
extension.
Have you, or at least just gone into Wikipedia and added Drake Batherson to people from Fort Wayne, Indiana?
I have not.
No, you
yet.
haven't.
No, we can get on it this afternoon. I can get on it. I'll make a note. I'll make sure that we get it done because, I'm slacking a bit. A little bit of a trend from school. I guess.
That's right.
Although I got my assignments in pretty on time.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, you're going to do that. And what we did is we had some fun. Look, and we said, look, Drake Batherson could probably end up making that celebrity golf tour.
Yeah, he could. I think
he's a heck of a golfer.
I guess it seems like they're interested in having.
They
him
are
at least,
like
right?
they did,
Yeah.
and I sent them a link to a story that was done on PGA Canada's site about Drake, and it got me thinking too, because we did get Drake to sign. We opened up the pack of Tim Hortons cards with Drake.
Yep.
He had some fun with it. We had him sign a card because you and I said we're going to give one away to a listener or a viewer. And I thought, here's the question we're going to ask. With Drake Batherson being an elite golfer, do you think any senator, past or present, could have excelled at another sport and gone pro? And if so, who is it and what sport? Hit us up with an email, communications@ottawasenators.com. And we have a Drake Batherson signed Tim Hortons hockey card to give you. So off the top of my head, I mean, the obvious one is Zdeno Chara.
Yeah, with what sport?
I'm thinking
Volleyball,
maybe
right at the front? Is that what
volleyball?
you're gonna say?
Or is
Yeah.
it basketball?
I mean, basketball, you could just park him kind of in the paint area and he'd be a menace, right? But volleyball too, he'd block, he'd get up there for sure.
Yeah.
I
What
mean,
else?
We've
Past or
spoken to
present?
Alfie about ping pong a lot.
Yeah.
And how he's we had Kyle Turris, which is another one's coming up. He spoke a little bit about Alfie and ping pong. And,
So
and Sandy did too. So I don't know. There are a couple interesting ones too that I'm sure others
past or
come up
present.
with. Yeah.
What do you think? What sport could have a Senators player excelled at? Maybe gone pro? Hit us up, communications@ottawasenators.com, and we have a Drake Batherson signed Tim Hortons card.
Yeah, it's going to be
give
great.
you.
I think it's a good giveaway, right? Good Drake card.
Yeah.
That was fun opening cards with him. I think I was pretty big into hockey cards growing up. He said he wasn't. Were you big into hockey cards growing
I
up?
was huge. I thought I was going to retire thanks to a Ken Griffey Upper Deck card from 1989.
Crazy.
So clearly, I'm still working now in my late 40s, so that plan didn't work out.
Okay.
But I had I used to buy the boxes, like the factory direct Upper Deck.
Crazy.
Tim,
I'm pretty sure my dad had I don't know if we mentioned this already, but my dad had a Gretzky rookie card, but they had a flood in like the 80s in their basement and they lost a ton of cards. He's not sure that it was a Gretzky card, but he's pretty sure.
So
it was
the
a Gretzky
story
card.
just changed from my dad had a Gretzky rookie card. There was a terrible flood.
Yeah, exactly.
To he doesn't know if he had a Gretzky rookie card.
I'm pretty
which
sure
is
it was a Gretzky card. I mean, my dad can listen to it and send an email and see if it's true
Imagine
or not.
he wins the Drake Batherson card. We're like, man, we love this story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's interesting. We'll wrap on this note that Drake Batherson, the signature that he has, and he's provided for our table here, all the guests are going to sign the table. And he says that his signature is a direct ripoff of his mom, Deanna Batherson. He goes D. Batherson because he used to forge his mom's signature to get out of school.
I wonder if that's like a mutual thing with a lot of people. If they forge their signatures from their parents, it's terrible to say.
You would require, like, for me, my parents have different, like, they don't have the same initials as me.
That's fair.
So
I do. My dad is also JS. I never forged signatures. I'm being honest about that, even though you may not believe me.
It is. It's
no,
okay.
I never did, but I know.
But
I'm
now
sure
that
there are
you're
people out there that
now
have.
you're a TV guy,
Yeah.
famous guy. Like, have you signed anything?
I haven't signed anything for anyone other than, we sign the customs thing coming through customs all the time. But
have you? Would you potentially change your signature now? Like now that you've gone big, like in Nick Cousins' world, you're big.
Exactly, Nick. But we've mentioned Sandy's signature and how it's also JS and mine's just also squibbly. I think I'd need to change it to be a little bit better, a little bit more cursive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, is squibbly a word? I know squiggly is a word.
Squibbly?
Squibbly?
I don't know.
I think you just
Maybe
made
we're
up a
creating
word.
a new
squibbly.
Adding a new absolute nonsense dictionary.
Yeah,
right?
we should.
No
You know,
knows in there.
I've always wanted to do like an Ottawa Senators glossary, like terms that only Senators fans like
would use or know.
Adductor. If you're old
Hey.
enough as an Ottawa fan, you know adductor was the Dominic Hasek
It was
injury in 06.
It's been used.
But
never to be used again.
you could go to Philadelphia and ask a Flyers fan like adductor. They don't know. Do
don't, they don't have the
I don't
same
think so.
history. I agree. I don't
No.
think they'd know.
If
Yeah.
you ask so if we created a Senators glossary, maybe at some point in this podcast we create a Senators glossary.
We could. We can get a nice like shrine. We can hang it up on the back here too.
A shrine.
A shrine of words.
I think again you wanted to say scroll,
Scroll, maybe.
and you went shrine, which is
I'm
your
just
mind
mixing
is
up
very
words today.
squibbly right now.
It really
I think
is.
it's fair to say, which means we better get out of here.
Exactly.
Okay.
We do.
We'll
need
leave
to.
it there. Reminder: you want to get in on that contest for Drake Batherson signed Tim Hortons card. Hit us up, communications at ottawasenators.com, communications at ottawasenators.com. That's a wrap for this episode of Absolute Nonsense, and we'll catch you next time.